Can't believe it's already day four. Today's lesson was really powerful and I'm excited to get into it. But before that, I do apologize for all the background noise. It is the 4th of July. Happy 4th, by the way. And of course, there are fireworks going on, people talking, people having a good time. So I do apologize for the noise, but let's get straight into it. So, day four of my 30-day prayer challenge. Not drastically different compared to the other days, but there was one noticeable thing that occurred as I was, beginning that prayer. I found myself not really feeling like praying. Um, I didn't want to pray, like I wasn't in it. If that makes any sense. Like day one, two, three, there was a desire to pray. There was a push to pray. But for day four, I just didn't feel like it. And that's partly because I didn't have the best day, so that probably, affected the prayer. And because of that, I just decided to sit down and listen to music. And I've done this a couple times in the past, but I've kind of refrained away from listening to music while praying because I felt like, and to some extent, I do feel like music can, take away the sincerity from prayer, right? Music invokes emotion, and oftentimes those emotions may cloud our, you know, judgment on listening to God's voice, right? We may think we're feeling the presence of the Holy Spirit, but it just turns out we're feeling the song itself. So I kind of shy away from listening to music while praying, but today I just decided to listen to music and it felt amazing, While listening to the music, I couldn't help but um, think of all the good things God has done for me. The music I was listening to was He Understands by Chandler Moore. I'll put it in the description, but it felt amazing. It really did. And after the prayer, I had time to reflect. And I thought about the power of music. I even went on YouTube, I searched up, a video literally titled The Power of Music. And I watched it, and, it was so interesting to learn about how music essentially changes our brain, right? It affects us in ways we cannot even fully comprehend. And one of the key things that stood out to me was the fact that music hones in our attention, right? Music allows us to be in a state where everything around us just dissipates and we're listening to that music. It allows us to be present. It allows us to be mindful. It allows us to just be. And when I was reflecting, I was thinking like, this is prayer, right? Music has the special ability to bring us in closer to a point in which we want to go to. And I realized that music isn't bad. I think if God allowed music, if God gave us this beautiful gift of music, then I don't think we need to shy away from using it to get closer to Him. I don't think we need to shy away from using the resources God has provided to be better Christian, not to be better Christians, but essentially to do better, right? And I'm working on a video right now, talking about the power of music. I'm at the research phase at the moment, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Listening to that song, it talks about, how God understands our position because He's been through everything, right? And how much He loves us. I almost cried because this is the God I serve. And in that moment, I felt something. And though what I felt was probably just the music, that feeling allowed me to continue on with the prayer in a way that I hadn't been able to do for the first 3 days. So, yeah, the lesson is don't shy away from music, right? I think music is there to supplement your prayer. I don't think it's there to replace the true beauty of prayer. And I think, of course, we all need to get to a point where we don't need music to invoke that emotion. We don't need music to get into that secret place. But it's fine to utilize it, I think, as of now. I'm still doing research on it, and I'm excited. I plan to post a video on what I've learned and my current thoughts. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm excited to keep this going. I feel like I'm learning so much. You know, these last 4 days have been times where I've been kind of, figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And I hope you all are doing amazing. And once again, happy 4th, and God bless you all.